I give the floor to Mr. Hun Sen, Prime Minister of Cambodia and Asian Coordinator.
Excellent Vice Chairman of the meeting, Excellencies, Madam Head of State and Governments, distinguished delegates. Today, it is my great honor to join the distinguished leaders of Asia and Europe to express Cambodia's view at the 8th ASEM Summit as the coordinators for Asia and Europe. I would like to thank the government and people of the Kingdom of Belgium for the warm hospitalities and excellent arrangement for this meeting. Taking these opportunities, Cambodia would like to join the leaders of Asia and Europe to welcome Australia's, New Zealand, and Russian federations to be members of ASEM. This year's meeting marks an important historical milestone in reforming the global economic architectures, especially the way we deal with the consequences of the recent global financial crisis, which has direct impact on the well-being, dignities, and livelihood of our citizens. Generally, the global economy has recovered from the crisis. However, this recovery remains fragile. The real situation shows that the recovery has been led by Asian economies, especially China and India. Based on this international financial institution and many other major world economic and financial reforms, especially the IMF and G20, emphasize on the necessities of global rebalance, meaning that it is an in-depth structural change of demand and supply structures in the world market. In this context, the role of the U.S. and European markets, which used to be the main growth drivers for world economy, will decline, and most of Asian countries who used to be the suppliers to the U.S. and Europe markets have to shift their increasing reliance on domestic and regional demand. The in-depth change has posed a number of challenges for the small and least developed countries, including Cambodia, in their efforts to achieve the Millennium Development Goals, as they used to rely greatly on the U.S. and Europe market and ODA from the developed countries. The key question here is that, on the one hand, it is necessary and urgent to adjust economic structures in order to make a quick integration into regional production change and trade, aimed at capturing new opportunities emerge from the global rebalance. On the other, the possible declining of ODA from developed countries in the short to medium term is critical, as this assistance is of great importance for achieving Millennium Development Goals, especially investment in the source of growth, education, health, and other important social sectors which help reduce poverty and promote the well-being of the people. In current context, in order to achieve sustainable growth and poverty reduction, as well as improvement of well-being and dignities of our people from all walks of life, our meeting should emphasize commitment to the following priorities. 1. actively promoting the implementation of reforms in all sectors, aimed at ensuring the resilience of financial sectors and economic stability, which are the foundation for sustainable development. 2. Promoting trade and investment liberalization and the transfers of technologies. This agenda is closely linked to the regional and sub-regional integration, such as building the ASEAN communities, the Greater Mekong Sub-Region Program, ethnic cooperation, in which we want more active support from our European partners. At the global level, we are committed to exploring and using all means and efforts in order to finalize Doha negotiation on development agenda as soon as possible. 3. Committing to enhanced cooperation in agricultural and rural development, which is important for poverty reduction and especially assuring food security. 4. Paying attention on efforts to achieve Millennium Development Goals, which is the key efforts to improve the well-being and dignities of people by ensuring sustainable ODA. Indeed, apart from the key issues mentioned earlier, our meeting has a long list of agenda for deliberation covering a wide range of topics related to our cooperation in political, security, economic, and cultural areas, aimed at strengthening relationships between the two continents in the spirit of mutual respect and equal partnership. I expect that the discussion and the decision that we made at this meeting will contribute further to our common efforts at both regional and global levels, aimed at resolving the critical challenges facing all of us for the benefit of all our countries and peoples, as well as the whole communities. In this regard, I wish a fruitful and great success to our summit. Thank you for your kind attention.